All right, let's talk about it. The AI revolution is here, and it's changing, well, pretty much everything about the world of work. But forget all the doom and gloom you've been hearing. This is your quick guide to actually navigating what's coming next. So check this out. This question, it's pulled straight from a Reddit forum. And you know what? It just perfectly captures this anxiety that so many of us are feeling. Whether you're a student trying to figure things out, or you've been in your career for 20 years. It's a really simple question, but the answer, well, that's a lot more complicated.
But here's a thought. What if just surviving is setting the bar way too low? Over the next couple of minutes, we're going to try and flip that anxiety on its head and turn it into a real, actionable plan. It's time to move way beyond just surviving.
Because that's the real opportunity here. Seriously, stop thinking about AI as some giant tidal wave you have to brace for. Instead, picture it as a new, incredibly powerful current. And if you learn how to navigate it, you can get ahead faster than ever before. The goal isn't just to stay afloat, it's to thrive.
So, where do we even start? Let's get super practical. What are the skills that actually matter right now, today, in this new AI-powered economy? Let's look at what companies are actually hiring for.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the shift this represents. You know, a few years back, just saying you were learning AI was kind of enough to sound impressive. Not anymore. The market wants people who can deliver AI. We're talking about specialists in things like prompt engineering, or NLP, which is basically teaching computers our language. And maybe most important of all, people who can combine that AI knowledge with deep expertise in a field like finance or healthcare. That combo is golden.
And let's just quickly demystify one of the biggest buzzwords on that list, MLOps. It sounds complicated, I know. But think about it like this. An AI model that you build on your laptop. That's just a cool prototype. MLOps is everything else, all the plumbing and infrastructure that turns that cool prototype into a rock-solid product that millions of people can actually use. It's the real engineering backbone of professional AI.
So, the big question, is learning all this stuff actually worth it? In one word, absolutely. Just look at these numbers. The demand is so high that it's pushing salaries into the stratosphere. A GenAI engineer can pull in up to $220,000 globally. These aren't just interesting gigs, they are incredibly high-value careers.
Okay, so we know the skills we need to be building, but how can you start using AI today to get a leg up? Let's switch gears from these high-level skills and look at the practical tools you can start using like right now.
Here's a brilliant, super simple one. Rewriting your CV. Let's be honest, most of our resumes are just lists of things we did, but companies don't care about tasks, they care about results. So you can use a simple prompt to feed an AI your boring bullet point like managed social media and ask it to turn it into an achievement, like increased audience engagement by 40% by rolling out a new content strategy. That is a total game changer.
And hey, it's not just about text. Need some visuals? The two big names you hear all the time are Midjourney and DALL-E, and they're good at different things. The easy way to think about it is that Midjourney is your creative artist, perfect for stunning, artistic brand images. DALL-E, on the other hand, is more like your commercial photographer, great for clean, realistic product shots. Knowing which one to use when is a skill in itself.
And the ecosystem of these tools is just exploding. You've got Notion AI helping you brainstorm ideas, Canva AI designing marketing stuff for you on the fly, and even Synthesia, which can create professional-looking videos without you ever needing a camera or actors. It's like having an entire creative agency right in your pocket.
Now that we've seen the tools, let's zoom out to a more strategic level. Because one of the biggest, most important conversations happening in the AI world right now is the battle between open and closed systems. And this quote from an MIT researcher, Frank Nagel, just hits the nail on the head. You have these super powerful but really expensive closed models from companies like OpenAI. But the thing is, the open source alternatives are getting so good, so fast. Are they really worth that massive price tag for just a tiny little bit of extra performance?
And this chart, wow, it shows you exactly what's going on. Even though there are amazing, cheaper open models out there, the market is just completely dominated by the big proprietary players. We're talking 80% of all usage is still going to the expensive guys.
So what's the financial impact of all this? Well, according to that same MIT research, if companies just reallocated their work to the most cost-effective model for the job, the global savings per year could be $25 billion. That is a staggering amount of value just being left on the table.
Which brings us full circle. We've looked at the skills you need, the tools you can use, and even the high-level strategy. So let's bring it all back to you. How do all these pieces fit together to help you build a career where you're actually thriving?
And it really all comes down to this one single most important idea. AI is not a human replacement. It is a human amplifier. The most powerful force in the future of work isn't going to be AI by itself. It's going to be you with your expertise supercharged by AI tools.
And this slide shows you exactly why. An AI can process data faster than any human, but it can't replicate your critical thinking. It can generate images, but it can't match your unique spark of creativity. It doesn't have your deep industry knowledge, your ability to connect with another person, or your wisdom to make a tough strategic call. These skills, these are your superpowers. They're irreplaceable.
So that brings us to the final thought. We started with a question that was born from anxiety, right? Which job will survive? But maybe that's just the wrong question. The much more exciting, much more empowering question, the one that puts you in the driver's seat, is this: how will you use AI to design, to build, and to define the exact career that you want? Thanks for tuning in.